by Blacklist International. So Blacklist International, nakita nila, yeah, well, we've done our homework. So kung hindi nila first pick yung Matilda, tapos ibibigay nila yung Matilda sa Blacklist International, but now they are gonna be the second pick here, maybe they can get the Jawhead. With Blacklist being first pick now, maybe it's time for Nxpe Evos to take away the Esmeralda from Blacklist.
Well, already we have a major change going into game number 3. Ito, importante ito. Talagang makakita tayo ng bago. Dahil Blacklist ngayon nasa blue side, Nxpe Evos gonna answer back. Of course, they're never letting Donut touch this 1-1. No way.
Yeah. Meron ako narinig na rumors, most likely not true, that all the donut shops all over the world magkakaroon sila ng bagong flavor ng donut, which is just 1-1. So, I don't think that's true. But, it just goes to show. I mean,
nakuha ko rin yun.
sobrang lakas
Nakuha
talaga.
ko rin yung chain text.
Oh, nakuha ko rin
chain text yan.
Oh, no. Parang limited edition daw.
Baka nga rumor yun kasi hindi ko alam yung number nag-send eh. Pero, you know, it's fine. Smart yung number, by the way. Smart yung number, I know. Let's look at the second bands here. Of course, Estes still taken out. Here's a change already. Tanong tayo ng tanong. Again, insanity is defined by doing the same thing, expecting something new, and already here's something new. Glue, second ban ng Blacklist. Pero ngayon, Nxpe Evos, they're letting go of the Matilda. So it's becoming Haka Venus so far in phase 1.
Next ban para sa Nxpe Evos might be the Aldous. Again, we've seen it so many times in the past, going up against Blacklist, trying to take away as much heroes from Venus's pool as much as possible. It's difficult. I mean, there was one draft, I'm just trying to remember what game it was. I think kontra sa RSG yun, kung saan halos lahat ng Venus heroes wala na, or taken away by RSG, biglang Venus shows up with the Diggy play. So, jungle ban here, or maybe a ban for Haji's hero, might be the play here for Nxpe with their last ban.
True, Cho is still open. And first pick Cho whenever it's out, rarely hurts. Ang dami mo pwedeng gawin with a hero like that, especially in the hands of Salik Unam, our Season 8 MVP in the MPL. And there's Esmeralda, alright. So, medyo inaayos nila, Renmar. Tinatanggal nila yung mga natural predator ng mga lineups.
Yeah. And Blacklist in the next pick 3, they might show up and pick up the Aldous, but she made it through? Nakalusot si Valentina?
Okay. Logically speaking, kasi hindi natin siya nabanggit, talagang lulusot siya, pero nakalimutan natin yung assignment, nakalimutan natin yung homework na dapat, in this order of things, tanggalin. But, okay, as Wolf said, and I'm sure you agree, Renmar, there's no trade that is worth it for Valentina. Let's see if Nxpe Evos can find something. If they can make something work here. 2 solid picks.
Oh my goodness. Halos lahat ng laro dito sa Sibol 2022, wala si Valentina. Banned yan. Only one game
lang
played.
Lumusot once. Now second time.
Yeah, that was the second time, and that was a win for Greed and Onyx PH nung pinili nila yung Valentina. So, Nxpe, since the Ruby's gone, it does make a lot of sense na Kufra yung pinili nila. They need something that can help stop the dashes of the Valentina. But now again, ito yung factor ng Valentina. Who are you gonna go up against it in the lane? So it's gonna be the Kagura with the double dashes of the Valentina early on. Hayes has to be really careful here not to go home early. Kasi kung mapapauwi ni Haji si Hayes na maaga sa laro na to, that's already gonna be 1.5 level lead potentially kung maganda yung minion wave flow. Wolf was able to explain that the other day. I'm just repeating what he said. That's the power of the Valentina dahil dun sa extra XP passive na meron siya.
Yep, and that's not even considering her actual kit. So lamang on lamang ang kwento dito kung bakit nga ba sobrang prioritized in the ban phase si Valentina. And we'll see in execution. That's basically the theory, right? We only have really mostly theory on Valentina kasi nga binaban siya. Pero ngayon nakalusot. Looking at the closers for the first phase, it's going to be the Brody, and here's the Edith. Renmar, we're not sure if it's going to be a roam Edith or XP lane Edith, but for sure, ang makita natin, Suplex City.
Yeah, Suplex City indeed. All the records of Edith games para sa Blacklist International ay nasa kamay ni Haji. But again, there is still that possibility. What if Blacklist International is saving an Nxpe lane Edith pick or pabor yung matchup para sa Edith? Now, two of the newest heroes in the game nasa kamay ng Blacklist International. Madalas wala yan sa RG for a reason. And by the way, Lee Howard Gonzalez is undefeated on this Brody, 5-0. So it's a comfort pick here in Sibol 2022 for this man. Now, next play EVOS, they pick up Clint. Again, in the meta, it's either Clint or Brody ang magtatapat sa gold lane.
Yep, and this is a solid matchup. Again, it's fair for both. Either has their strengths and their ways to make it through the early game to become more impactful. Let's look at the second phase though. Next play EVOS, haharangan na nila ang Aldous ni Wais. One of the few early game Aldouses we've ever seen.
Yeah, Aldous gone. Now, again, there's still so many heroes na pwede piliin dito. Ni Wais, one of the hardest, like, isipin mo, V-Wise, the V-Wise tandem, Mr. and Mrs. Del Rosario, with so many heroes that they have in between them, it's just so difficult to ban. One of the reasons why it's so difficult to ban against Blacklist International. And I'm sure naman na yun din yung iniisip dito ng next play EVOS. So they're just taking away the heroes that statistically are incredibly difficult to beat. Wise's Aldous, in terms of all the broadcasted tournaments, major tournaments Blacklist has been part of, if I'm not mistaken, 3 o 4 lang ang total losses. I think it's just 3 or 4 total losses in the entirety of 2021 and this year.
Yeah. Paradigm shifting ang Aldous ni Wais. Let's just put it at that. You can look up in the dictionary what that means. Sometimes I doubt myself what it means, but for sure I know that's what Aldous has brought into the game in the hands of Wais. But just the same, we have to note that in this game, or in this series alone, H2 has had his hands on very good junglers. We talk about the other jungler, touted as one of the best assassins and most versatile junglers in the game right now, si John Paul Salonga. What does he leave for himself here? Kasi alam natin kahit nabigyan mo na lang siya ng tira, he finds a way to make it work. He's capable of playing those ranged junglers like Yux and Shin with vision. Mm-hmm. Is that a solid pickup here? I think they do need vision. Kasi yung game to nakita natin gano'n sila nag-struggle eh.
Yeah, definitely the vision will be important, but then one thing to consider for Blacklist International or for Nxpe is kung mag-i-Yisan Shin sila, what if ultimate ang Yisan Shin ko nandito ng Valentina? That means Blacklist will be getting vision. See, that's one of the things you have to consider now pag Valentina ang kalaban mo. And Nxpe will really be thinking about their jungler pick. They don't have to pick it now kasi sa sobrang daming pwede pa-counter sa mga jungle picks na bukas.
True. And of course, Blacklist closing off their banning phase with, again, a Saber, War Flashbacks. Singapore 2021. But right now, next to EVOS, again, if we're thinking in that direction, dapat hero na to ni Oreshi. This is fourth pick. It's gotta be Oreshi. Unless meron talaga silang pinaplano for H2 and hindi rin. It's the Hayabusa.
Alright, the Hayabusa pickup. One of the heroes back in MPL Philippines Season 8 alongside the Jawhead that Blacklist International would often ban. So considering how 2 of the very tanky junglers are gone for Blacklist International, baka isipin ngayon na next play, maybe at some point, if maganda yung flow nila, maybe H2 will be invading a little bit more. So for the heroes of Wais, it will be interesting to see what he decides to pick up here. If he wants to roll that Paquito jungle, he played one, sure. If they want to play it a little bit safe, something with a bit more range, maybe the Kimmy, and then just pair it up with a good frontliner na pwede makakatulong. But then they decide to pick up the Karina, who is still one of the great picks there for Wais, and they do pick up the Rafaela para kay Venus.
Idinulo ang mga Del Rosario. I'm guessing that's what's happened here, and I love it. Honestly, as soon as the Shadow Kill is popped, immunity on the Karina, and then you can re-engage. There's a lot of potentials for punish here. Pero next play EVOS, meron silang last pick. The strength of the last pick here to close up, and they still need something for good old Oreshi. Na maganda rin sana yung performance on that Khalid. It's just it didn't fall into place. He had solid stacks and was sitting at 3-0-1 into the mid-game kanina. Pero ngayon, ina natin ano bang kailangan niya. Ano bang open dito?
Actually, iniisip ko nga kung mag-i-Reyna sila eh. Well, with the Esmeralda gone, they need an XP laner who can deal a bit more magic. Whoa. Okay. So sa Paquito, All the magic damage is just going to be coming from one source. It's going to be the Kagura. So in terms of the build path for Blacklist International, they'll be focusing a lot of physical, which means this is going to be a game where in the mid game, Haze is gonna be the X factor here for Nxpe. Pero galing din tayo sa series kung saan si H2 with the Paquito pulled off an incredible 2 versus 5 to help close out the game or keep the game alive for RSG. So I'm sure Blacklist International will do everything they can to respect the capability of H2 and the Paquito. Sorry, Reshi. Yeah. There's a Hayabusa already. Yeah.
So bagong figure to, ibang Paquito to. But I have one more question. Again, in the face of the arena, tama ba tong 4 na physical source ang ilabas na Nxpe Evo? But very risky.
Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, in terms of the basic attacks that they're up again, it's not a basic attack heavy composition, but yeah, the Carino will be a problem for them, and the fact that they have an Edith and Rafaela, that's a good amount of control. Yung lineup ng Blacklist International, very well-rounded. They have good initiation, they have good pick-off capability, at kayang-kaya din nung backline na mag-peel. The Valentina can dash away, Brody can save himself with the stun, Edith can save with the knock-up, Rafaela, so many things for Nxpe to consider. Mahirap na laban to para sa Nxpe.
We'll see. They do have one comfort pick. They do have Cadenza, Mr. Kenneth Castro on his Cupra. With so many K's and C's. Let's see how they can make this work. Early purple for both sides. Let's go into game number 3.
Yeah, that Cupra of Cadenza going into this game, actually undefeated. So yeah, that is comfort pick the Blacklist International needs to respect.
No, ano para to Lasty Jr. or Chakno Jr. Another catch type tank player in the making. I'm loving it. I hope so. Kenneth Castro alias Cadenza sa Cupra, starting it up, putting a line between the jungle on H2 and Venus, the queen themselves. Again, vision game. Let's talk about vision game here, Renmar. Who has it? But wait, look at this owl! Bago kasama pa yata, Flicker already used up 2 minutes before he has that. And Nxpe could use that to their advantage. Let's talk about vision again. Ang hirap pa rin yata para sa next play. They have to take everything honestly.
Yeah, they do. If Cadenza doesn't get to a shrub beforehand, Venus, we know, can just use first skill to check the shrubs, doesn't need to get anywhere close, maybe keep the distance so that if ever andun nga si Cadenza, hindi masyado, sigurado!
Now, visita dito si Oreshi, Flicker burned! Suplex City starting up and opening this bottom lane Lord hurdle up. And now Owl sharing the quad shadow and shadow kill combo with the 2 other members of Blacklist there. And just like that, nice juggle of top lane and bottom lane pressure by Blacklist.
Oh, grabe. Humanip talaga yung mapa natin nung lumipat tayo dun sa top lane. Ganun ka-action doon. And by the way, Leo, it is the Edith Nxpe lane na nilalaro ni Dominic for the first time here in the tournament.
Yeah. It's Suplex City, the Nxpe lane dito, answering a non-jungle Paquito. So those are a few unorthodox picks already, or positioning for certain in-demand heroes in this tournament so far. Already 1,000 gold lead, under 1,000 gold lead dito para sa Blacklist. And Ureshi putting on some pressure here onto Dominic. There's the flip, the suplex, and look at this. Haze, can he survive? Hindi na pipilitin dito ng Blacklist International, but they are going to take this small creep camp.
Yeah, 70 seconds till the next hurdle, so it's going to be a long time. Blacklist International, very small gold lead, but next play Evos will be able to keep it close. Ang dami ng antikiras. So, tignan mo. Bumuo ng antikiras. Ang Blacklist International.
Dreadnought. Classic Dreadnought.
Sorry,
National Dreadnought.
Dreadnought
Clash
armor.
of Dreadnoughts. Yeah.
On the
You
way.
get a Dreadnought. You get a Dreadnought.
Yun yung prinaya nila. And this is gonna be difficult for it to cross into the mid to the late game para sa next play Evos. Ang dami ng pang-reduce ng physical attack ng Nxpe.
And again, that's where Mr. Bataanon here, Haze, aka Apple Pisha, doon siya talaga kailangang mag-igay X-Factor. So we'll see how this Kagura moves. But so far, it's been difficult for him to make any plays. Dahil nga ang bilis ng rotational speed ng team ng Blacklist International, given that they have Rafaela to help with that holy healing. O, mo, back in again.
Oh my God. Oh, grabe yung dash. Panghuli.
Astiniko's Maximus on the Valentina. There's a punish right there. First blood drawn by Hayes.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is, imbis na si... Ay, wait, si Al? Oh, pero nakatakas siya. Imbis na si Kagura yung nakapag-last hit, which anyone who could have gotten the last hit, it's fine. At the end, si H2 pa rin, the Hayabusa, the jungler got it dahil dun sa ticking damage ng retribution niya. Yung damage over time, that secured the kill. So, I think Blacklist International will be happy about that. Giving early kills to a Hayabusa is never a good thing.
Yep, and Cadenza catches out, stops that recall, and might even get the kill! Forces out the ult. Tignan natin, mapipigilan ba ni Queen V? Ito, mahuli niya ba? Yes! That's going to be a kill onto Haji. Nabawi nila yun, 1 for 2 plus a turtle take by Wais. Hayes, nag-aabang. And he burst down these two mages. Gonna jump in. Donut to help finish. Down goes the Queen. And that's going to be Haji retreating. Nxpe Evos, they're finding their groove. Renmar, suplex city onto an escaping Oreshi. Flicker to that wall. Plus that dash through. Buti na lang. Napaka-mobile na isang pakito.
Wow, seeing this matchup of the roamers, Cadenza and Hayes kontra kay Haji at saka kay Oh My Venus, especially for Haji and Venus and also for Hayes, three very experienced players. You're seeing it and they're all just matching each other sa map rotation, sa pagsagot sa mga attempts at ganks ng kalaban nila. Owl, the fact that Cadenza was able to pressure him down, but then the response of Blacklist to go for it.
Oh,
Might see another one here.
That's a 4v3 situation up top. Pahabol si Hayes. And again, vision, rotation speed, Blacklist has it in spades. But so far, Nxpe Evos, given this kill lead, have found their windows. Right now, pumumama sila for a 40-second turtle. Cadenza, still standing up there. Oh, papasukin siya ni my Venus. Hello, spotted out. Villa Luna, pushing away the tank. And Owl has done so well to survive, given how many times Nxpe Evos sent people to try and kill this Brody. He only has one death. But the pressure is slowly showing, Slowly, nahihirapan na. Si Owl dito could not get a stun on the donut.
Yeah, kaya na-force yung 3-man rotation doon, or 2-man rotation for Blacklist International para matulungan si Owl. It's gonna be the roamer and the gold laners together in one lane. So Nxpe Evos, naamoy nila. Ang bottom lane mukhang bukas for agad.
Duplex sitting here, starting it up. In comes Wais. Owl gonna go down first. Off camera kill. Mapapush ni Donut yon. Villa Luna, for about half health. Cannot be finished off by Cadenza. But still 100% turtle take rate dito para sa Blacklist International. H2 not gonna force it. A longer retreat.
Blue team has slain the turtle.
Turtle goes to Blacklist International. Nxpe, it really looked like they could have taken down Dominic. But then it was Blacklist International. Nako-rotate sila sa tamang oras. At nahuli nila ang Pakito. Nxpe Evos. And with all those stacking together, the fact that the Pakito went down, not enough. Meron pang umiikot galing sa Nxpe Evos sa top lane. Of course, nabasag nila yung Torres sa top lane. It was an open turtle para sa Blacklist.
So far, last turtle na yun, it's gonna turn into a Lord now, about a minute and a half away. Donut picking up here the Berserker's Fury. It's a good game for Donut, gotta say. Ang ganda ng recovery ng batang ito coming in from difficult 2 games so far in the series. In control ang Clint.
Yeah, and the thing is though, for the lineup for Nxpe Evos, they really have to give a lot of space for this Clint. There'll be a lot of trades na mangyari every team fight. But if Nxpe Evos can just keep their gold laner safe, their Clint safe, para makapag-free hit sa backline, they'll be able to do just that. But Cadenza, kailangan niya hanapin talaga si Wais, because Wais will be doing everything he can to get to the backline para mahuli si Donut.
And once he does get a bead on the Clint, yon, okay na. Pero so far, Nxpe was doing great to protect this Clint. And minsan lumalamang sila. Again, very small lead. Wait lang, H2. Mag-isa dito. Si Wais, kasama na siya ni Dominic. Gonna help clear this wave. Bottom lane. That's a torn apart memory. Onto Cadenza. That's a few stacks. Pero wait lang, hindi pa tapos. Flame shot. Simulan na dito ni Hayes. That's gonna be a concealed play by Cadenza. No targets to be found. Bouncing ball out.
gonna be one of those games where one big play, isang malaking team fight, could determine who will control up to the late game. First Lord has spawned. And now, Nxpe, Blacklist, a very, very close game. Blacklist, hinahanap pa rin nila yung opening nila para makabasag ng Torre. Even if Donut had a good game, Owl, despite the 2 early deaths, Blacklist, ginagawa nila lahat para makahabol yung Brody nila sa farm, which they will need at this point.
Again, Nxpe was having a very melee-heavy lineup. Mas maganda yung mga torn apart memory, pero kailangan i-time well yung paglagay ng stack. And that's Owl putting some on, starting it early. Another push by Nxpe and a failed engage. Not gonna be able to kill Oreshi. Did I speak too soon? Hayes putting up the boundary, protecting his XP laner. Ang ganda na push sa baba. That's going to be a suplex plus an ult here by Dominic. Mapapatay niya ba si Cadenza? Here we go. Flicker used already. Ano niya pa rin? And another flicker in plus a suplex. Cannot finish the job. Cannot take down Donut. Dominic, your sacrifice is appreciated. Blacklist International securing the Lord, trading out their XP laners live.
Has been destroyed.
That was just wild by Dominic. Flicker, Cyclone Eye para makakonect yung second skill throw
Red
niya.
team hero
What a
has
play,
been
but
slain.
definitely, napatumban ni Owl si Oreshi. International with the Lord. Wow, Nxpe have to defend this.
Ang ginawa ni Dominic parang 10-hit combo. Ang dami niyang ginawa, ang dami niyang kinain. Sunod-sunod.
Yung ulti, yung range para ma-burst yung Kufra, tas balik sa kay Phylax.
Oh, look at this. Did they try to bait it out? Might have been too much. GL card, oh my Venus. Trying to fake out one. Wais finally shut down Donut, but it's a trade. 3-man collapse yata yun. Hayes goes down to Owl. That's gonna be a 2-for-1 trade plus a turtle. Oh, and a turret, I'm sorry. No more turtles in this game. That is a great trade for Blacklist International. Quad Shadow, Shadow Kill. Combo taken in, but Haji still gets gun falls along it out. Aslan, onto Oreshi. Babagsak itong pakita na to. That's a knockout. 4-for-1 in the long run. Blacklist International back in the driver's seat.
Nakakapag-trade ang next play Evos. Nakakapag-trade sila sa kills. The gold is very close. In terms of the item builds, the jungler is not too far from each other. Malapit lang yung farm nila Wais at H2. But right now, Nxpe Evos are just getting outplayed by Blacklist International. Wala na yung Torre sa gitna. At mas mahirapan na ang Nxpe Evos dito kasi baka may chance na Blacklist International pumasok sa jungle nila, supresahin sila. They might be contesting this purple buff of H2 a little bit more.
Let's see. Another deep cut here in real time, by the way. Instant replay, nagpe-play yung magandang trade ng Blacklist International. But in real time, medyo mas may confidence ang Blacklist. Medyo ayaw na lang ulit pilitin ang Nxpe Evos into these less than favorable situations. Again, because of just the nature of their build, their composition here. So far, 37k to 34, 3k gold lead in 12 minutes, 30 seconds to the next Lord. Pero hindi pa rin magawa ng Blacklist International paraan yung top lane. Look, H2 is just managing that.
Yeah. The key here for Blacklist is at least nakuha nila yung mid lane. Yung Torre nila nasa mid, nandun pa. Pero tatlo, nasa gitna. Para sa dalawang kupanan natin.
Oh, River Bush here. Close call here. Kung nandun lang siguro yung Edith, kung nandun si Dominic, could have been a great engagement. Pero nakaman defense si Oreshi doon. Now rotating up into mid lane. Blacklist National has Lord priority. Baka ulitin ni Dominic yun, yung 10-hit combo niya to sacrifice himself for this Luminous Lord. Could be worth it still. He did it once kanina, ngayon worth it pa rin yun, Dominic. Wow, look, a beacon. That magnet.
Next play Evos. They sent Oreshi to the bottom lane. Tingnan natin, sino makakuha ng Lord na to?
He's doing it again! Renmar! Dominic's buying time again! Nakuha na nga ni H2. Still a trade, and Donut gonna go down here. Pero wait lang, ma-inhibitor yata, mapapush yata ang Blacklist International. Oh, that's worth it. Next play Evos. They found their trade, they found their window. Now Haji walking into Oreshi here. Not gonna get the kill, but so far so good. Next play Evos. They made lemonade out of lemons!
Sneaky play galing sa Nxpe. Binigay na nila yung Lord para sa Blacklist International, pero pala nila kunin yung inhibitor!
Oh no! That's Owl taken down by Oreshi! Mabubuhay pa ba si Hayes? The answer is yes! Oh, that's going to be the Kagura still standing. Oreshi hinahabol dito. Not for long. Haji traded out. 1-4-1. Lord still standing. There's a nice wave going up top. Bottom lane, mapupush yan itong manage ni Dominic. And so far, we're at parity one more time. Not close yung gap. Nxpe was only behind about 2K.
Yeah, evening things out. Na-pick off nila si Al. And they were able to Nxpe Evos na suppress nilang Blacklist International sa mid lane. Pero mukhang Blacklist makakakuha pa ng torre dun sa taas.
Red team
So
turret
clean up
has been
crew.
destroyed.
This is just Blacklist doing housekeeping, no? Pati bottom lane yata. Unless
Red
H2
team
can say
turret
something
has
about it.
been
Nope, too late.
Ah.
Could be the wraparound. Look at this. Oh, naspatan siya. And that's gonna be the knock-up here in the bottom lane. Quad shadow out. Na nakawa siya ng purple. Wow! Ang bilis. Plowing through the jungle. Blacklist International.
Yeah, and this is what we were saying earlier. They want to take away that purple buff for H2. Sabihin ko lang for a moment there, nung nag-dash si Dominic, kala ko yung sa sobrang layo na napuntahan ni H2, akala ko nabato pala ni Dominic. Hindi pala shadow clone, yung nag-teleport lang siya sa shadow clone niya. Pero mukhang binato ni Dominic sa sobrang layo.
Ibang klase suplex.
Approach na yun eh.
Yeah, pero let's talk about how H2 again still has a solid placing despite this difficult situation. His Hayabusa is doing its best. 3-1 and 2. Now look at the items. He's one more away from a full arsenal.
Yeah, it's not a kill heavy game. Both teams really lahat ng focus nila on the objectives. He already has the Blade of Despair on the way to the last item, almost fully built. Same thing goes for Wais. And now Blacklist trying to consider din yung next play tactic talaga na split push. Oy, conceal play?
Oh no. That's going to be an engagement they not need force. They're gonna walk into Cadenza. Oh, stretching. Sino mahuli dito? Ni Kenneth Castro. No one. That's a false engage. Neither team was in favor there. Okay na rin yun for both teams.
Alam nila, may Lord mag-spawn and it is up again. I love the adjustment of the respawn timer of Lord. Parang bumilis talaga yung laro. Alright,
Yep, 8 minutes in. Oh, here we go. That's the Holy Baptism put onto Oreshi. And that's a lot. They put on stacks by Owl. Taking down the Paquito. Down for the count. H2O. Is he gonna fall? Owl gets a double. This Brody is insane. 5, 3, and 4. Parang hindi siya nahirapan sa early game dito rin, Mar. Could it be a steal by Cadenza? Yes! Kenneth Castro! Kenneth Castro! Nanakaw pa yung Lord! This Cupra is on another level! Malalasti mo magnakaw!
Dapat ano na yun? Dapat magandang start na yun para sa Blacklist International. 2 kills dun sa bottom lane. Or actually, I think it could have been 3 kills sa the bottom lane. They already had the Lord, pero si Cadenza hindi bumitaw sa Lord. Makiklear lang to ng Blacklist International though. Pero, tignan mo yung wave states, Leo. So many waves getting close to the base of Nxpe.
Renmar, hindi lang si H tong may lahi. If you know, you know. Si Cadenza, binigyan niya rin, tinuruan niya ng jutsu. What?
Oh man, feeling ko yun nga yung taking damage ng Cursed Helm niya eh.
Yes, or also could have been concussive blast? Or a basic attack?
Baka.
I don't know. Oh. Ang lupit
Wow.
nun, Cadenza, iba ka. That single-handedly put Nxpe Evos back in a way where they can defend, honestly. Butas dapat yung bottom lane nila, pero dahil nanakaw ni Cadenza, nahirapan panalo, nag-buy time para pigilan yung Blacklist. Amazing!
Feeling ko yung Blacklist kung nakuha nila yung Lord dun, kalbo na yung base dito ng next play Evos. Wala na inhibitor turret dyan. And because of that Lord steal, it was saved for Nxpe. But don't get us wrong, Blacklist International, komportable pa sila sa control nila sa mapa. It's a 4K gold lead. It's a 1 item lead. Conceal movement, but Nxpe, they're being careful. But no!
Oh! There's a flicker in, misses the Holy Baptism. Cadenza gonna go for the counter initiation stretching. Cancel muna. Goes for a conceal play himself. And they disengage. So bilangan tayo. Bilangan ng battle spell. Bilangan ng skill. And so far, no one is committing just yet.
I love the discipline both of these two teams are showing. Naghihintay talaga sila ng opening na mahanap nila. And now with this Lord up here, both teams right now, titignan lang talaga nila yung mga minion waves, shove something, maybe force one out. And looks like that's the plan for next play Evos, pero makita to ni Dominic.
And Dominic still playing the odd man role. Siya ang nagbabay time, siya ang nagdi-distract. And look at this, papatukin siya ni Del Rosario. This is very dangerous for this Karina. But the rest of next play Evos disengaging. It seems like they have a plan. Mapapahabol ba sila? There's the suplex. There's the knockup. Pero na-dash out. Na-flickeran out. Ni Ureshi. And they're still continuing. Oh no, Donut looking low. And they disengage. Maghahabulan sila. Parang Tom and Jerry.
The Nxpe. Good call to back off there. Kung nag-engage dun sila, hirap pa manalo sa scenario na yon. You have members of Blacklist International coming from everywhere. Actually, si Haji took the long way around. Parang pangatlo, pang-apat na beses ko na nakita yun na tatakbo ang Nxpe and Haji will always be the one to try and cover the escape route.
Yeah. And right now, they may have found the bead onto H2. Can't finish the job. That's going to be H2 retreating. And ngayon, bilang nila na malayo. John Paul Salonga. Tatlo dito, masa duplex ang isa. There's a knockup as well. Cadenza, not gonna be long for this world. Immortality pump. Matapos ba nila? The answer is yes. Owl gets the finish onto the Kufra. Kulang yata sila dito ng contest power. Pero wait lang, may masasabi pa yata dito. PH2, John Paul Salonga. Nag-back for the steal. Hindi mo ulit. Not twice. Immortality pop here on a 2 Wais. There's gonna be 2 kills down. To the side of Blacklist International. Mabubuhay pa retreat. Sabi ni Oh My Venus, Owl and P the only ones left. There is a Lord. It looks like it's deja vu pero baliktad. Nextlimos naman ang nasa loob ng base ngayon ng Blacklist.
Very bad for Blacklist International. What a counter punish by next play Evos. May minion wave sila sa gitna. Tignan natin kung makiklear to ng Blacklist.
And it's just V and Owl. And there's the ulti pop. And that's the immortality as well. Could this be the wipeout? Shadow kill. Ladies and gentlemen, next Evos is on the board. We're looking at a score of 2-1.
Wow, next play Evos. Hindi sila match point ngayon. 2-1 already. What a game by both teams. But most of the game it was